As you know, the US government targeted Anthropic. But you know what happened? Businesses kept buying Claude. Anthropic has spent months fighting with the US government. And while that sounds like the kind of situation that should scare customers away, businesses instead appear to have kept buying Claude anyway. Claude has turned the ban to bank. According to new spending data from RAMP, Anthropic accounted for 41% of business AI subscriptions in May. OpenAI was just behind it at 39.5%. That made Anthropic the most widely adopted AI provider in this particular set of business spending data, which is awkward timing because Anthropic has also been having a very public argument with the Trump administration. The fight began over how the government wanted to use Anthropic's AI models. Anthropic said it would not allow its technology to be used for things like mass surveillance or full autonomous weapons. The administration responded by declaring the company a supply chain risk. That is not a glowing customer review. More recently, the dispute became even more serious. The government demanded tighter restrictions around Anthropic's most advanced models, Mythos-5 and Fable-5, including limits on who could access them. Anthropic eventually removed both models from the market while negotiations continued. Now here's the important correction. The May sales figures do not prove that this latest government confrontation helped Anthropic. The spending happened before the June shutdown drama, so businesses did not see the latest argument and immediately rush out to buy Claude, like it was the last generator before a hurricane. What the figures do show is that the earlier political pressure did not stop Anthropic's business growth. Companies continued adopting Claude, particularly for coding and professional work. There may also be a strange publicity effect here. When the government repeatedly describes an AI model as unusually powerful or potentially dangerous, there are people who may hear, stay away, and there are people who may hear, wow, this is a very powerful AI, I need this. But that is still a theory, not something the sales data proves as yet. There are also limits to the numbers. RAMP tracks spending by more than 70,000 businesses across its financial platform. That is a large sample, but it does not represent every company or every major AI contract. So Anthropic has moved ahead of OpenAI in this data set, not necessarily across the entire AI industry. And the political story has already shifted again. After several days of escalating tension, President Trump said negotiations with Anthropic were going well. He later said he no longer viewed the company or its CEO Dario Amodei as an national security threat. That is quite a change from effectively putting a warning label on the company. For now, Anthropic has two very different stories happening at the same time. Its business adoption is growing. Its most advanced models remain caught in a government dispute. The next round of spending data will be more revealing because it may finally show whether the June confrontation actually changed what businesses were willing to buy. Until then, the safest conclusion is also the least dramatic one. The government fight did not sink Anthropic's sales, but we do not yet know whether it helped them. Do like, share and subscribe to Stressfree AI News and see you in the next episode.